Hey everyone, this is Chris Crazy House, and the other day I was watching brother Sean James on his YouTube channel, and he was talking about the announcement by DC Comics that they're going to have a new Batman for their new Future State crossover event that's going on in DC Comics pretty soon. Now, I brought up the fact that maybe about a month or so ago that they were going to be replacing Princess Diana and having uh, Nubia be the new Wonder Woman in this future state crossover. And there's a couple of other characters in there as well, such as I think the Flash is going to be replaced. I don't know who's going to be replacing Superman, but just a lot of pandering by DC Comics to try and get an audience that basically does not exist. This audience that they're pandering to by having them have you know different gendered characters or black characters or whatever. It gets a lot of high fives and thumbs up on Twitter and social media, but these people don't actually go out and actually buy these comics, and it's a shame that a big company like DC, who was either number one or number two at times as far as the comic book industry goes, is sinking to this low where they feel so desperate that they have to keep creating these token characters. And that's all they are, token characters. And that this new Batman is nothing but a token. Just like Sean James said, he said it perfectly where he mentioned that it's just a token character with the hand-me-down clothes of Batman. That's just what it is. And for those who don't know, the character is going to be, instead of Bruce Wayne being Batman, it's going to be Tim Fox, who is the son of Lucius Fox. So basically, the man that runs Wayne Tech Industries and the man that's helped Batman come up with a lot of different vehicles and gadgets, his son is going to be the new Batman. And to me, it's just a very corny idea. This is not something that I get excited about. I know Black Nerddom, they're jumping out of their pants and salivating over news like this, but I really don't get excited about tokenism or race bending characters. I think it's a waste of time, energy. You can put out new characters or just concentrate on the black characters that you already have if you want to build characters like this, instead of making Batman, Wonder Woman, or Superman black and trying to get people's attention that way. You could do something more substantial with an original character or with a character that is has been black for a time already. To me, like I said, nothing for anyone to really get excited about. That's why you don't hear any excitement in my voice when I sit here and talk about it. Now, another reason I don't get excited about it because I know it's not going to stay that way for long. They always create these characters, these hand-me-down characters, and then they always bring back the original anyway. They did that with John Stewart and Hal Jordan. You know, John Stewart was Green Lantern for a while, even became more popular than Hal Jordan. They had him on the animated series, so most kids know John Stewart than they do, or kids from that generation anyway, know more about John Stewart than they do Hal Jordan as Green Lantern. But they brought Hal Jordan back eventually. And, they've replaced Batman several times, or Bruce Wayne, I should say. He's been replaced several times and has never stuck. If you remember in the 90s where after Bane broke Bruce Wayne's back, they had Azrael be Batman. And then for a time, Bruce Wayne was dead and they had Dick Grayson be Batman. And like I said, none of those ever last long. They always wind up bringing the original back, so there's no point in getting excited about it. And, for someone like myself, it just feels like a waste of time. Like if I had my way, if I had my way of doing things, if by some strange stroke of luck or misfortune for the mainstream, in their case, if I got control of Batman or any type of property like that, I would take the Tim Fox character and just go ahead and make him a villain, but just make him an interesting villain. I think that would be a good way to do it rather than just have him replace Batman. I think it would be cool to have Tim Fox as the son of Lucius Fox, who has seen his dad for decades work under Bruce Wayne and work for Wayne Tech and never have any company or any type of inventions of his own to keep for himself and leave his son a legacy, and be maybe a little bit disappointed in his dad or even disgusted by him, thinking that his dad is a weakling for wasting all of his time and talent for Wayne and nothing and keeping nothing for himself and his own family. So maybe Tim Fox shows up. He makes a rival corporation that can rival Wayne Tech Industries, show how super intelligent he is, and maybe just through sheer intelligence, he also figures out that Bruce Wayne is Batman, and he uses his resources or maybe some of his own skills to terrorize and tear down Batman in the public's eye, or just to tear down Batman and show him that, my father might be a punk and work for you, but I will never do that. I think that'd be a good story and a better idea to do with the character rather than just making him another uh, Batman hand me down, another Batman flunky, which is what he's going to wind up being later on anyway. When Bruce Wayne comes back, he'll just wind up giving the mantle over back to Bruce Wayne, right? So it's almost like, what's the point? And anyway, I assume the bottom of his face is going to be covered because I would imagine if Gotham PD saw that Batman had black skin, they would do everything in their power and exhaust all their resources trying to arrest him. There's no way they would allow a black man to be running around like this as a vigilante, beating people up and going against the law. I think one of the reasons Wayne has got away with it for so long is because he's got that white man cover. That's his real disguise. It helps him because otherwise, if people saw his face and saw there was a black man under there, they would have a fit. Uh, or Batman will be labeled a criminal very easily that way, and no one will probably trust him at all. But with this, I guess there's going to be a suspension of disbelief when they write this book, but we all know how it will really turn out. Anyway, I mean, you guys let me know how you feel about it. Are you excited about Tim Fox being the new Batman? Are you happy with these token black characters with these hand-me-down costumes and identities from their popular white counterparts? Let me know in the comments section. Anyway, this is Chris Crazy House signing out. Peace.